Project 12 Part 2. So I was thinking about going back to the first project and looking at what my video was then and what my definition was, but I thought maybe I shouldn't. That way this answer is more legitimate. And so when it comes to art, at first I thought, or what changed my definition of art in this class, what I can tell from just being in the class is that it broadened my spectrum of what art could be. Like, I always thought that it was like, whatever moves you is art, but this shows more like it doesn't have to be a painting at all. It doesn't have to be, music doesn't have to be when you're in like elementary school and you have art class, what you thought art was. I mean, you can take something as far as like how Evo and Franco did, just they took the Nike symbol and had that have a whole definition behind it, and it was just, they were standing up to a whole corporation, but they were just taking a logo and doing it. They didn't have to create anything else. And so my definition of art now would be anything that can cause a reaction, and doesn't necessarily have to be good, doesn't have to be bad, just as long as you get someone to feel something or get a reaction of some kind. Like if you can get your audience motivated for an idea, against an idea, thinking about something, then that's art. I mean, if you're trying to convey an idea without using words, and it has that message, then I mean you got art right there. I mean, it doesn't have to be a painting. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be something small. It's like, I don't know, put like a piece of thread showing that like things don't have to be significant to be meaningful. Something like that. Yeah, so I mean art now is anything that you can get a reaction out of somebody else. If you get someone to pause for a second and stare at whatever you created, then and think, like what was the motivations behind this, I think right there you got yourself art. And so moving on to about the class, I liked it. I mean, being a bio major, I really enjoyed all the different creative stuff we got to do, because in science your creativity is pretty limited because you're doing experiments other people have already done, learning concepts other people have already done. And I mean, right now, being a sophomore, not really gonna make any breakthroughs. I'm not gonna change the whole field, at least not yet. And but in the art class, it was all me. Like that was all individual. It's not like my project was never intended to be just like somebody else's. Every video log was supposed to be different. Everything was me. I mean, it was the most personal class I've had, so I liked it the most. I mean, a lot of people were like, "Oh, you should take theater. It's really easy. Easy A." And I really thought about it, but then introduction to visual art, I thought it was gonna be more like paintings type deal. So I thought it'd be fun to be able to go to like an art gallery and like have a background on what's going on and understanding like just more understanding the art kind of. But this class was a lot better than that would have been. I mean, it just took my spectrum of art and just widened it completely. Made it a lot more fun. Getting used to Second Life at first was difficult, but I mean, kind of figured it out, and it made it more enjoyable. I liked being able to use a game as a medium for art, and although it would have been fun to use Adobe Flash. I mean, if that is a program we used in high school, and I really enjoyed it. So I mean, if you ever wanted to put that program into the class, it would be. I think everyone would get a kick out of it. I mean, although it is kind of difficult to use, so you might have to take a week teaching people how to do basic stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I created a game on that, and I thought it was fun. But as far as videos go, the video blogs got easier as they went along. Became less shy to the camera, less shy to my own laptop. And no, I just enjoyed the class. Really happy. The last project was a little bit hard because of, it was the timing around Thanksgiving and all that stuff. Kind of had to do it on my own, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this class. And that's P12 Part B.